You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in the car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all of those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all these things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. And you've learned much from one another over these years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you over a threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same again. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband and this is my wife.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Now, I think most of you know who I am by now, but if you don't, shame on you, because I'm Sid, and I'm father of the bride. Those who know me best will know that I'm a typical macho man, but I genuinely wanted to have a little girl. And probably because I wanted somebody to protect, spoil, embarrass from time to time, but it's also allowed me to reflect on Ellie's life thus far, which has been emotional, rewarding, full of joy, laughter, some tears. But I have to say, all in all, it's been one of the best jobs in the whole world. I remember the way you played with your dolls and your prams. We're not a big family, but we're family all the same. I can't mention any speech without that special bond with your granddad, which continues to this day, made all the more precious because of the sad loss of your nana when you were a baby. These led to those fantastic holidays we had in Ireland with Grandad, Uncle Mark and Oscar the dog. And then not forgetting our trips on the QE2, where you often shared a cabin with your Grandad and probably led to your love of cruising. And then to Granny and Gramps. Those lovely trips to Spain we had, to stay in their beautiful villa. With me, very much, you mean you, dive bombing in the pool, with Granny close by with a dry towel and a drink at the ready, and Gramps in the background, offering our next trip, whether it's a trip to a restaurant at a mountainside location or a day by the beach. And so to your mum. Ellie, I've never been prouder of the relationship you have with your mum. Your mum has given you more than love. She's given you the blueprint of how to live life. Full of kindness, full of love, full of laughter. The bond between you and your mum is truly special, and I feel blessed every day when I see it. You become more than mother and daughter. You become close friends. So Ellie, cherish your mum. She's very, very special. And so to Lewis Bailey, aka Top Gun. Now, as a father of the bride, I think there are certain things that I feel that must be said. However, mate, I say this with 100% sincerity. If I had to choose anybody to be married to my daughter, I'd choose you on a Monday and on every other day of the week. You may come from the Monaco of the North, the fantastic football team, but it's clear to me you make Ellie very, very happy. I love the way you're understated, kind and funny. And it's clear to everybody in this room that you're deeply in love with Ellie. So look after her. And I'm just so pleased that you're the final piece of our jigsaw at this particular time of our lives. And so, to Eleanor Rebecca Bailey, thank you for being you. As I've already said, you were always shy as a child, but I saw an inner belief, a quiet drive, that always appeared under the radar but was there in pocket loads. You were shy, but you stood out in your own little way. What gives me the most pride is your funny and hilarious character, which continues to grow. And I feel the bond between me and you, as father and daughter, is as strong now as it's ever been. You're funny, you're beautiful, you're hard-working, professional, but daft as a brush as well. And I love the way you're always laughing, but yet you can still cry in front of your mum and dad, which means you still need us from time to time. You may be Eleanor Rebecca Bailey from this day forward, but to us, you simply smell. You look stunning today, and Mum and I will always love you, the way we always have. Lewis, I'm going to seriously ask you if you can share her. Because to me, she's still the same little girl that put these on her feet on the day we left hospital over 27 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter and son-in-law, Eleanor and Rebecca Bailey.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to King Street Townhouse Hotel. On behalf of Manchester City Council and the registration service, we would both like to welcome you here today. We are here today to witness the marriage of Lewis Stephen Bailey and Eleanor Rebecca Upton. And on their behalf, I would like to thank you, their family and friends, for joining them as they start their new life together. I know it means a great deal to them that you are here to share in their happiness on this special occasion. The room in which you are now in has been duly sanctioned according to the law for the celebration of marriage. This ceremony is a proud confirmation of the love, the respect, and the true friendship that you have for each other. Marriage is a personal and intimate decision, and a large part of its importance comes from its recognition by those close to the couple. Therefore, I ask you, in the presence of this company, Lewis, do you take Eleanor to be your wife, and do you promise to remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
Yes, I do. Bloody flowers. Sorry.
Eleanor, do you take Lewis to be your husband, and do you promise to remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Lewis and Eleanor, today is a celebration of your love for each other. It is a time for looking forward to your future together, sharing a lifetime built on understanding and caring. May today be everything you have dreamed of, and may your happiness grow with each tomorrow. May each day you share be as precious to you as the days when you first met. May you continue to see and encourage the best in each other. May the challenges life brings your way make your marriage even stronger. And may you always be each other's best friend and greatest love. You have both now made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of these witnesses here today. It now gives me a great deal of pleasure to declare you husband and wife. Lewis, would you like to kiss your wife for the first time?
He's not perfect, but you aren't either, Ellie, and the two of you will never be perfect. But if he can make you laugh at least once and causes you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and making mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most you can. He isn't going to quote poetry, he's not thinking about you every moment, but he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyse, smile when he makes you happy and yell when he makes you sad, and miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist, but there's always one guy that's perfect for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone here, I'm alright. I did just want to start by saying there does come a time in everyone's life when they meet the one true love, the soulmate, the person that's going to know and love them for the rest of their life. And that moment came for Lewis 18 years ago when he met me. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Matt. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Lewis since we first met in year 7 of high school, and from that point on, we've pretty much been stuck with each other. After first meeting Lewis, and for the next 5 years of school, we spent every lesson, every lunchtime playing a truly awful game of football, and walking home from school together every single day. And in that time, we formed a friendship that has lasted strong to this day, and has given me the great honour of being his best man. I've seen Lewis go through some phases. Some questionable haircuts, some poor fashion choices, a very brief bodybuilding career, and even to becoming a project manager at BAE. But to this day, he still can't explain what that really means. But I think what really sums up those years of friendship is the group of friends that we formed. 10 of us from high school who are still close friends to this day, which I think is a pretty rare thing. I do have to give a shout out to the Wags of Chorley, as the girlfriends call themselves, which I think makes us sound much more important than we actually are. But I think it says a lot about Lewis that he's been at the heart of the group of that friends for all those years. Now, Lewis has always been ambitious. At various points he's wanted to be a pilot, a dentist, and most recently he shared with me his ambition of becoming a DJ. Thankfully, Ellie had the smart sense to put a stop to that pretty quickly. On the academic side, Lewis is genuinely one of the smartest people I've ever met. He even had his picture in the local paper for his top GCSE results. But for all that brain power, anyone that knows him will know he has absolutely zero common sense. And if you want proof of that, Lewis has had very minimal involvement in the planning of this wedding. I think everything we've seen today, we'll see tonight, has been as much of a surprise to him as it's been to the rest of the guests. But the one job he did have was organising the groomsmen's suits, and he managed to get that disastrously wrong. On a serious note, today isn't about bad haircuts or failed DJ careers. Today's about Lewis and Ellie. And I think we can all agree Ellie looks absolutely stunning. You're not looking too bad yourself, Lewis, as well. I think you scrub up quite well. And I think since the day Lewis met Ellie, there's been a noticeable change in him. She brings out the very best in him, the more thoughtful, patient and grounded version of Lewis that, if I'm honest, some of us didn't think existed in those high school days. And she's brought out the very best in him. She challenges him, she supports him, and she clearly makes him incredibly happy. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen Lewis as happy as he is at this point in time. As one final bit of advice to you, Lewis, I think married life should be pretty simple. There's only one thing that you need to remember. Ellie is always right.
If I show up, will you show me around town? If I make you laugh, will you give me some time? 'Cause I know that a girl like you could be falling in love with just about anyone. All I want is just to know you. It's just to hang around, walk on the same ground. You remind me of the days gone by, of a real good love to it up just in time.
So today we celebrate with 66 of our favourite people, but we also want to take a moment to remember those who can't be with us here today, especially my great-grandma, my granddad Cliff, Ellie's nana Kathleen, and more recently my uncle Steve. We know they're still very much part of today's celebration in spirit. So I'd like to start with a huge thank you to my mum and dad and the rest of my family, and I understand the sacrifices you've made for me growing up, and I thank you for everything you've done and for making me who I am today. And then my mates are basically an extension of my family. Some of them I've known for nearly 30 years, which is a long time to put up with me, so thank you. So we've been everywhere together, me and my mates. Vegas, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, Europe, and of course, the railway. Many great memories are made in there, especially seeing Ellie's face when asking for the wine list and being told, red or white. And some horrendous renditions of our favourite songs on the karaoke. And also a massive shout out to the bridal party, Clark, Woody and Andy for being my best man and keeping me together today on what's been a wobbly day. And obviously shout out to Chelsea and Liv for looking after Ellie and organising all 14 of Ellie's hen do's. There I was, all smart, black tie, and I spot this Bond girl-like girl on the dance floor. Stunning black jumpsuit, throwing some truly dreadful dance moves, having the time of our life. And I thought she'll be getting a DM in the morning. Fast forward a lot of texting and a few dates, it was time to meet the parents. I remember the first time I went to Ellie's house, I was a bit nervous, and Ellie's mum cooked a lasagna. And then there was Ellie's dad. I'd been briefed, he was a detective chief inspector, armed fire officer, guarded the Queen, guarded the King of Trinidad and Tobago, head of intelligence for Lancashire. I had all these images running through my head, a cross between James Bond, Q, Gerard Butler, Pierce Brosnan, and then I met Sid. On a serious note, you've made me feel so welcome and part of the family straight away. You're both really kind, loving, and thank you for all you've done for us and raising the most incredible daughter. So, after 5 amazing years, I decided I wanted to propose to Ellie. So out of respect, I thought I'd do it properly and ask her dad. The problem was, how do I get him along without Ellie knowing? Do I text him? Suspicious. Ask him for a pint? Way too suspicious.
So I massively overthought it and hatched a plan. On a cold, dark November Monday, I turned off the heating, opened the windows, put on a coat, and quite proud of myself, texted him saying, "The heating's broken, can you pop round?" Quick as a flash, he turns up. I open the door and I'm blinded by this head torch. I can just make out the silhouette of a man with a giant toolbox and Solomon walking boots. In a stutter, I said, "Sid, the boiler's fine. I need to speak to you about Ellie." Eventually I got the words out and respectfully asked, and thankfully he said yes, which was a relief, and I was very grateful. We then just discussed what a calamity that was, and he headed home, saving the best for last, my wonderful wife. Thank you for being the most loving and caring person I know. Thank you for all the laughs, the adventures, and for putting up with me. I can't wait for all the adventures and memories we have yet to make together, and I'll toast to that.
Sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. I fumble my words, yeah, my mind's a mess when you're in that dress. Glad you're home. Will you stay with me and never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. I was lost till I fell in your eyes, had me wondering why I feel like home. I hold you close so you're by my side till the end of time before we go. Will you stay with me and never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around